Hello and welcome back to the Reapers. We are building on with Senator campaign, coffee campaign, and it is now day 18 and things are getting hot. Things are hotting up. So I've made this mission, so I'm going to explain it to you in my sexy tones. Right, so, oh God, how am I going to explain this? So day 16 was DCS on coffee campaign, and it was built around, or had in it, the ability for us to use our fleet. We were going to use our naval fleet, bring the fleets back into it, and start fleet on fleet action. However, if you remember on day 16 video, what happened is when I got in there, I became a tactical commander. I tried moving the fleet, the ships. It turns out that they wouldn't work. And Seedor tried it; they wouldn't work for some reason. I'm not allowed to say the bug, but you know they're just not working. The blue fleet's not working. The red fleet's not working. It's because this is an old mission. This mission's over a year old that we're doing. It's massive. Coffee made it like a year ago. And it's just upset DCS. So what we're having to do then is, well, so we just accepted it and carried on the land. But the Armour 3 guys, Athena, they're called, the Armour 3 guys have taken full advantage of that, okay, of the fleet's not working at the moment. And they've said, okay, the fleets aren't working. Well, that means this entire area down here near Batumi, if you can see that big circle that I'm doing with my cursor, that is a ship SAM firing range, and that was what was protecting this side of the red side. If the ships are not working, the blue and red fleet, then we're going to take advantage of that. So the armor guys went in, and this was very brave, and it upset us a bit because we're all conservatives here and we don't like change. But they went in, and on the ground units they took Cobuletti, which is a very bold move. They're lots of shouting at each other, but we've all resolved it now. And they did a fair and square mission, and they took Cobuletti. They managed to get through because the fleets aren't here, and they managed to get through the S-11 and whatnot by using cruise missiles, which is a bit naughty because the fleets aren't supposed to be working. Just so I slapped their wrists and they won't do it again. But they did manage to take Cobuletti. So we're carrying on in that vein today. Today is day 18, so I've now explained how they got to Cobuletti and why they did it. So we've got to help them now. Now, all Athena are a platoon and a couple of IFEs, if you remember, and a manpad. Obviously, they're not going to survive very long at Cobuletti. So we've now got to go and reinforce them with DCS to help them keep Cobuletti at least 24 hours before they can get some more reinforcements to Cobuletti. Then, if we managed to keep that today, if we managed to do our job and keep it safe, then we can start an enclave, a blue enclave on Cobuletti here. That's kind of a pocket of blue that we can start here, which can hopefully radiate outwards and start maybe eventually join up with the blues up here. If you're looking at the top, it says phase 1. The reason that is, basically the coffee campaign was massive. It spread from there where my cursor is all the way across the map, 450 miles to the other side of the map over here, and it's all full of SAMs and ground units and stuff like that. We had to cut it into thirds because there's just too many units. Our server can't handle it. So we've cut it into phase 1, which is this phase here. Then as soon as we're getting towards the edge of that phase, if we make it that far, then we'll put phase 2 on, then we'll put phase 3 on. Okay, just to tell you what's going on. So that's our overview. That's all I've got to say on that, guys. It is the 18th of September 1994, day 18, 11:30 a.m. Okay, so what we're going to do is, you may not be able to see it on your screen at home, you guys watching, but we have tabs along the bottom, different bars of information about what's going on at the moment. From that, we create a mission on the fly. We'll create our mission and our tasking. It's going to take about half an hour, so get a coffee and see what I did there. And get comfy and join in on us making the briefing. So the next bar we're going to click on is nav, guys. Everyone click on nav at the bottom.
Oh, can someone send me the spreadsheet? Oh, there it is.
Really saying, I've drove past. Have you got the... Oh, so
I got it.
So Irish.
Okay.
Nav briefing, okay, everyone. Weather is southwesterly wind, relatively strong wind. It's 12 knots plus ground and 21 knots plus at high altitude. So it is relevant. If you're going to try and drop bombs, dumb bombs today, don't, because they won't work. You're going to try and drop rockets, don't. They'll get blown away. The visibility range is about 10,000 feet. It's about, well, I mean, it's a guess. I couldn't really measure it. It's about 2 or 3 miles, something like that. It is thunderstorms. This is a cap mission, so you don't get easy mode. It is a thunderstorm. Suck it up. And the notes are, it is an electric storm. Okay. Airfields, nothing really changed. We've got Guadada, runway 15. Circuit left hand, diversion is Sukumi, and vice versa. Because of the state of these bases, we just haven't got enough parking spaces. Sukumi are taking the kind of ground attacky type planes, Guadada are taking the fighters. Okay, that's just how it is. We do have Overlord up. Remember, this is an AWACS that can be shot down by the Reds, and if we lose it, then we are FUBAR. Overlord, AWACS, is E2 Hawkeye. It's on 251 Alpha Mike. We will be using him, obviously. And I'll note as well, in case I've forgotten to write it in the briefing, that the Reds do have an AWACS that is fair game as well. And again, if we call that, that's the Reds screwed. So information is ammunition. Who said that? Intelligence. Everyone over to intelligence, please. Intelligence brief, stop press. The enemy, it's all done. It's all done. Enemy air threat is unchanged. 4. The naval fleet are out of action. I've explained why they're out of action. We're just doing the best with the role play with the hand that we've been given. There's nothing else we can do about that at the moment. If we can fix the fleets again, we'll bring them back into action. 5. Task Force Athena have taken Kobiletti and a daring raid, but desperately need support. Red QRF armor is moving from Batumi to retake Kobiletti, so that's a big thing that we're going to be doing today. That's the urgent thing. Notice to all airmen. Date is today. The area is Kobiletti. And the NOTAM is KOB has been reinforced by 2 times platoons of Special Forces. So Athena has been joined by 2 more platoons of Special Forces. That is infantry only with AT, but no more fighting vehicles. So the current standing at Athena is 1 times SA-18 Igla. I believe that is Whistler. Who is there, and that is modelled. I've modelled it in there. So Freds, if you get shot down by the Igla, by Whistler, suck a dick, really. That's just how it is. We've got 2 times platoons. That's wrong. It's 3 times platoons now, isn't it? Because we've got Athena as a platoon. And 2 times IFVs, infantry fighting vehicles, which are the Badger types as used in the mission to take Kobiletti. Stand by. Right, targets. Here we've got today, guys. The highest priority target is the moving armour. We've got to stop that moving armour getting to Kobiletti. If we don't, then Athena's going to get whacked. They may be very good ground units, but they can't take on 30 T-90s. You know, it can't happen. So that is Alpha target. It's moving armour. Its location is northwest of Batumi. We know it's moving along the coast, guys. Moving along the coast. I don't mean on the beach, but, you know, near the coast. Because that's the most direct route. The threats for that. Oh, take note in your notebooks of the coordinates. You will want to put that in as a waypoint. Now, that's not going to take you directly to them, then, but it will take you to within, you know, a couple of miles, 2 or 3 miles or something. So use that, or you're going to get in trouble. Threats. Cap fighters as usual. GAA guided AAA within the convoy. So we've got GR now has its own. I don't think it's here, but we have our own actual military advisor now. Who does that for a living, and so he's starting to sort out our units to make sure they're realistic, kind of to bring it back in line with the coffee campaign where everything's researched and realistic. So we've got IFEs, we've got guided AAA, we've got all kinds of stuff as per Russian doctrine. So super realistic. So no more complaining, computer people who are watching. SAMs, as in the static SAMs, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Target's military. Intel suggests a convoy of modern armour moving between Batumi and Kobiletti to retake Kobiletti with guided AAA. So, there you go. Stand by. Next, guys. Day 13, we tried to kill 2 oil rigs. They are not on the map, unfortunately, so you can't see them. But they are west of Kobiletti, roughly, if you remember. We failed to kill them, so we've got another chance. We're in that area again. Athena forced us in there, so we've got a chance to take these oil rigs again, and it would be a massive blow to the Reds if we can do that. They're in exactly the same place as last time, and I've given these coordinates. These coordinates are accurate, so feel free to JDAM on them. That's it, really.
JDAMs didn't exist in 94.
Is that true?
97 is when they first came online. Same with the JSO.
Yeah, to be honest, we're using AIM-120Cs, which weren't there either, so meh, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Bravo, Charlie, and priority is medium. It would be nice to get them, but don't do it at the behest of the main mission, okay? And threats for them will be cap fighters and SAMs, again. And they are industrial targets. Nothing else to say to them. If you put 1 times bomb on them, they pretty much blow up. So 1 person maximum going after those oil rigs. We don't need anything else, okay? Out of interest, we've also got 2 low priority targets here. We've got hotel target. Here's a supply fleet out to... I'm not even going to worry about it because I'm just not interested in taking on the supply fleet. And anyway, it's currently out of action. As you can see, the ships aren't working, so let's just ignore that. Second is AWACS, codename India. And if you look on the threat picture below, he is going to be hovering around Kutaisi, and he's going to head east of Kutaisi to get into safety. So that is a viable mission, again, not at the behest of anything else. So if it goes well, and it never fucking goes well with GR, but if it does and we bomb those oil rigs and kill those tanks, then I'll be happy to send 1 times F-14 after that AWACS. And that's it. Same threats as usual. After TFA destroyed the only EWR, the enemy now relies on its AWACS, the same as we're having to rely on our AWACS for our GCI info. That's that. Stand by for the threat picture. Okay, guys, so threat picture. Since Seathel's mission 16, the blue armour has pushed up to Zugdidi River. It's a big river for coming down from the dam, if you know what I mean. And we are now static, waiting to cross. We would be crossing today if it wasn't for Athena doing their big crazy push. And so they're going to wait now for a day before we do that push until Kobiledi is properly secured. So the picture today in terms of the threat picture is SA-11. These are all genuine from the original coffee campaign, exactly where everything's been put. So we've moved some of the small SAMs about as per our RIL military advisor. SA-11 is our main threat today. You can all see where that main picture is. You've got to program it into your guys if you don't have a situational awareness page to avoid that. Next is the SA-6. If we just go down slightly, you can see that. Now, we can see where I've driven the blue line. So from our bases down to, I've put a marker down there just to help us. It's a little gasworks at waypoint 1, just to help us visualize waypoint 1. It's not really cheating. It's just to help out. And then waypoint 2 is going to be, I haven't given you waypoints, but waypoint 2 would be roughly where the vehicles are going to be. So you see, to get to the vehicles, you've got to go thread the needle between that SA-11 and the SA-6. Me and Onslaught sat for an hour just sitting working out how we're going to do something like this, and we managed to get this. Like, we haven't adjusted anything, but we found this little weakness in the red thingy that we think this might be able to work as long as you all fly perfectly and don't fuck anything up. Okay, so that's that. As well as that, the convoys have guided AAA, so bear that in mind. Kobileti, although we've taken that base, it's still surrounded by the original copy SAMs, and there are 8 times ZU-23s there and 8 times Strellas at Kobileti and within a 5-mile radius of that. So, for God's sake, don't wander into that, because there's no saving you from that. And because obviously this isn't hard enough, the whole thing is covered by an SA-10. Now, the good news is that SA-10 is at Kutaisi, where the red QRA are taking off from. So if you're going to get shot, it's going to be shooting you at 35 to 40 miles. So as long as you're not high and going towards that SAM, it won't shoot at you. If you're kind of down in the mud shooting vehicles, it shouldn't bother you. Shouldn't, in theory. Okay. So that's that. QRA, we know about the QRA. They're red 4 humans driving that. You can see our Hawk SAM. I haven't moved it since Seathill's Day 16. It didn't seem prudent to move it up yet. You can see the AWACS there. The AWACS does have AI escort. It does have AI escort. So if you're going to tangle with that AWACS, then make sure everyone's out of the AI first, because you're going to set a load of AI guys off. Okay, so bear that in mind. So that is your threat picture, guys. Any questions about the threat picture? Good. Next, expected aircraft threats. We know about all this already, so we don't need to go through it. Blue ground forces are accurate, but they're not playing a part in day 18, so we're not going to worry about it. Inventory. This is becoming a thing now, so we need to start worrying about this, because we've got 2 more phases to do with this shit, and we're losing airframes too quickly. The main problem is the Eagles, we've lost 3. That's Signori's been shot down twice and Shadow once, so that's pretty easy to fix that problem. But the Hornets is harder to fix. We've got to stop Hornets getting shot down now, because if we run at these, the Coffee campaign is a real test for which planes are actually useful and which are just eye candy. And the Hornets are just the most useful planes in DCS, as it turns out, by a fucking long shot. Okay, so everyone wants to drive them because they want to do good things, but we're running out of them, especially noobs. A lot of the noobs are driving the Hornets and getting shot down, and we can't afford it. 3 more missions like we've been doing, and we'll be down to 5 or 6. So the new rule has to be, we've got to conserve these things. The new rule has to be, only take a Hornet from now on if the Hornet has to do a job that only the Hornet can do. Okay, only the Hornet can lob JDAM, so we can allow a Hornet for that. Yeah, we don't need Hornets in cap. You just don't need them. We don't need Hornets to fire Mavericks. Okay, you just don't need them. Take a fucking Harrier. Does this job just as well as a Hornet does. We can't keep losing these airframes. We set these rules at the beginning. We can't cheat and change them. So suck it up. Mirage 2000s, you've got 20 to burn through. Burn through them. SU-25s, burn through them. Vigans, burn through them. A10Cs, not much use of this. Tomcats, plenty of them. Burn through them. Don't be through the Hornets. Not at the moment. It's too risky. So that's that. Next, we're going to go to tasking. So let's start sorting tasks. Now, we've already sorted it out. Hammer and Buick, we'll mix up the groups in a minute and sort it out. But Hammer and Buick are the two strike flights. It's somewhere between strike and CAS, this is. I mean, we're going in kind of a bit like a strike, but we're going to have to loiter there for several minutes to kill this convoy, okay? Can't just go in and then straight back out. It's going to have to do a little bit of a loiter, so it's almost CAS. Hammer and Buick are going to be mixed planes, and they are going to be the strike, and they're attacking the convoy. We may have one additional aeroplane that kills the oil rigs, but we'll worry about that later. Cap is Sega and Dagger. They are protecting, subsequently, Hammer and Buick. Their only job is to protect those guys. That's their only job. So we're keeping it simple because simple works. Target images is blank. We've already had images of the oil rigs. You've seen them now. You don't need them. And we couldn't get any pictures of the convoy because they are currently Oscar Mike. And that's everything. So what we're going to do now is go back to overview. And, back to sign up. I'm going to start sorting this out. First of all, we need to determine who's going to be red. So we've already got Shifty and Squirtle, the two evil bastards who are really good at playing red. We do need one more red. Ideally someone shit, but we do need one more red. Can we have a volunteer? Don't make me pick someone because I'll do it. You know I'll do it.
Pick Onslaught.
Onslaught, fuck off.
He's done it before, though.
Oh, fuck yeah. Okay, stand by. Okay. Have we got too much cap or have we got too much CAS? I'm just looking.
We only got 4 cap, I think. Yeah, 4 jets for cap.
I'd be okay with two reds, honestly.
You sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll be fine.
Okay then. Do you want 3 respawns then to make up the 2 respawns to make up the 6? Because I usually give you guys 6 total airframes. Take it.
Sure.
Take the 6. See it. Two respawns on each side. So we've got 6 flankers. 2 good and they're good guys, but at least okay, that's good. Right, would you 2 go off and do your own thing, please, and so we can get planning.
Sure. Yep.
Right.
Shifty.
Guys, so we need. I mean, it's quite simple. We need 8 ground attackers, 8 airborne fighters, or something like that. So who wants to do what? Let's have a look. So Talon Obi, do we really need you in a Hornet in that case?
Obi, come join the Harriers.
You a Harrier driver? I mean, Harrier's just.
I can do Harrier. I'm not might end in tears, but happy to go for it.
Let's do it. If you get shot down in a Harrier, I'm not going to cry about it. Put it that way, but I will cry if you get shot down in a Hornet.
I won't get shot down in a Hornet.
Harriers, put yourself in Buick.
Yeah, I would trust Obi to fly a Hornet and not lose it. Like,
It's up to you. It's up to you guys. I don't really know. So what do you want to do? I mean, it's only 2 Hornets we've got on the line here, so it's not too bad. All right, we'll leave you in a Hornet, Obi. Fuck's sake, don't get shot. Can we have Onslaught? I'll make you lead. Hammer Onslaught, and Elo, you can tag along in Buick. Let me just Frogfoot and Elo. Elo, what were you in? Frogfoot.
Copy that.
What was Cypher in?
Harrier. Whilst I fly.
Minute T, cat.
AV8B. I just can't fucking. It's not working. It's just fucking.
Wait, I'll do it.
Right.
What are you?
Okay, so we've got a good strike force there. Okay, so Talon, you fly with those guys. Okay, and but your job will be taking down the thingies, obviously. You're pretty good at that.
Does anyone know how many bombs it takes to drop an oil rig? Because they can carry 4 1,000-pound bombs.
Take all of them. Take all and the biggest, just in case.
I'm taking 4,000.
Take the 31 Bakers, mate.
Just take fucking 8 J-cells because they're practically 1,000-pound bombs each.
No, the J-cells.
They're penetrator warheads. They're not good for dropping buildings.
That is very true.
Okay. So, okay.
31 Bakers. Your
Okay.
JDM 31 Bakers will do your job.
Yeah, and he knows how to use them as well. I've seen him lob them.
Just
30
drop
times.
2 per rig. You'll be fine.
Wait a minute, Sagan. Which flight? What are you flying?
I have no idea.
Right, we'll
I
sort
might
cap
be
out in a
flying
minute.
with Rage in an F-15.
Well, that's all.
Roger, I'm putting-
That's all the ground attack we need, guys. Okay. Now we need cap, and the reason we need a lot of cap is because we're not just attacking these 2 flankers. We're keeping these 2 flankers at bay while they are constantly respawning, while they in a SAM net, and we've got to clear this entire area for all our guys. So it's a fucking hard job for cap today. We've got to penetrate that land and keep it completely free of flankers.
Penetration.
Is it going to be just shifting squad on red, or can I go on there with them?
Yeah, it might start getting a bit too hard with 3 elite players though. Bearing in mind they've got respawns.
I'm not going to want to push in too far
No,
at all.
and you
'cause
won't
the
Whistler
blue-
because you've got your missiles, so you can just sit feet wet and just plug missiles
Yeah,
in
you
there.
need a lot of Tomcats.
Yeah, I'll roger that. I'm just wondering what I should be. I haven't decided yet.
Because we know they're going to come in low, because that's like they like to do, and they're going to want to ride those thermal SAMs as much as possible.
Roger, what are you going to do, Joker? I haven't really decided myself.
I
yet.
can either go in a Tomcat or F-15 or Hornet. Preferably a Hornet out of those, but either way, cat.
I do trust you not to get shot down, I must admit.
Why, is this like a limited airframe?
Yeah, and we're running out of Hornets, and if we run out, we're screwed because we can't do seed missions. So
Right,
that's
then
why.
a F-15 or a Tomcat, which one would you prefer?
Take a Tomcat, and I'll be F-15 because I'm a bit less of a noob in a F-15. Okay.
There you go.
Sweet.
Let me put
My
it
name
in.
is F15. Okay, so that's that, guys. We've got 3 F15s. We are protecting Hammer and Dagger. You guys, okay. Okay, so first of all, let's talk about the ferry, and then let's talk about the attack. So if everyone goes to Intelligence and down to Threat Picture, you can see we take off. We meet out roughly near our bases. Okay, we are in SAM protection there, so all we have to worry about is really low flankers, and we do have data link, so data link should tell us that. Data linkers, so Hornets and F-14s, keep good comms with the rest of us because we need your intelligence. We don't have it. Okay. Once we're together, we're going to ferry to waypoint 1. Now, I haven't actually given you waypoints because that's cheat mode. So you're going to have to either put your own waypoint in or just follow the guy in front of you. I would prefer to have Cap going along the line as the crow flies, okay, as that first blue line, and then the CAS guys kind of go out to sea another 10 or 20 miles, so you're kind of being shouldered over to the left there, or our right. Do you know what I mean, CAS ground attackers?
Yep.
Yeah, so basically we're in the shadow of the bar cap.
Yeah, so you'll be essentially going over that fleet there. And just so, because now they know they've got all their respawns, they're probably going to use some of their lives just charging at us. I would do that. So it just keeps you out of trouble. If we get attacked, deal with the problem, shoot them down, and then get back to the ground attack guys, okay? Everyone's going to get to the waypoint 1 roughly at the same time. If there are people lagging behind, I saw someone's in an A10, then we best wait for them until we all get there. Okay, then we're going to go to waypoint 2. Again, I haven't given you any waypoints, so you'll have to plug it in yourself. Waypoint 2 is roughly where I've drawn it. It's going to be roughly where those bad guys are. Now, the problem is with those bad guys is that they are moving along a road near the coast, yeah, but the problem is you can't... It's protected by trees either side, so Mavericks aren't going to work. I haven't actually figured out how we're going to do this. You guys are going to figure it out. In the next
Cluster
5 minutes.
bombs.
So my first idea was you guys stick 10 miles out to sea and just plug Mavericks in there. So I had a quick go just to make sure it's possible. No, I just hit the fucking trees every time. So yeah, it's up for you guys to figure out in your groups how exactly you're going to disable that group to stop it moving, and then to take 30 vehicles out which are defended. If it's cluster bombs, then it's cluster bombs. So that is up to you. My one tip is don't rely on just cluster bombs, because something might, remember, that's a high wind, they might get blown off, and we do need to kill at least 60% of this group to consider it a win to save Cobiletti. So I do need those things killed. So we'll let you think about that in a second. Once you've reached the target, you can't take forever. We've got a limited amount of time and weapons that we can keep these red guys at bay. And bearing in mind that SAM coverage, those red guys are pretty much invincible. We just won't be able to shoot them down. So we can't buy you more than kind of 5 minutes, something like that. So just bang it in, bang, 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 all on the same couple of runs or something like that. We can't loiter there for 12 minutes or something, like A10 style. Okay.
Roger.
So that's that. And then, so in the pull-out, please don't go back to base, because the Reds will be able to pick you up on the side. Go back to waypoint 1, where we can protect you. We can protect you there. And then we can fly back together, or, once you've got coverage. As simple as that. Our cap guys, we all know what we're doing by now. We're race tracking between waypoint 2 and just a little bit out to sea, kind of 20-mile racetrack. Tomcat's going to be a little bit out further. And that's it. Just don't get shot. SA-11 is the main threat, obviously. So that's that. Don't shoot that AWACS by accident, because you'll set off the AI, and we'll just have about 20 flankers running at us. Any questions from the cap? I would say, how are you CAS guys going to do that? And you can take some cluster bomb, like some Mavericks to stop them, and then some cluster bombs to finish them. I mean, they're going to be quite spread out.
Well, if you say we can't use Mavericks, I have the only cluster bomb that works against.
Roger.
Did you? Is this actually a proper convoy rolling around along the road?
Yeah, it's an official convoy. So
you could potentially do a snake eye ripple run against them. That could be quite lethal, but it's fucking dangerous.
There are SU-23s.
Also, you won't kill T-90s like that. Almost a direct 8 Mark 82 hit won't kill a T-90. It's got to be an ATGM or a clever cluster.
Well, if we're going to get AGMs, we're going to have to reorientate ourselves to be aligned, which is entirely possible. If we can pick up their location on our targeting pods, and then swing either north and south and sweep in and launch on that vector, the Harrier should be able to ripple all 4 missiles in a single pass and bug out.
I think you should do it. I think you should find a way of marking where those SAM ranges are on the coast, so you've got a pocket, an area you can maneuver in. Don't know how you're going to do that, you just have to figure it out. And then you can maneuver that north to south to take them down. First of all, you've got to do something just to stop them, gap in the trees, put guns on it, or a Maverick or something just to stop them. One shot, let them spread out, and then start doing a north to south runs, and Caesar will just be going up and down north and south, high level bombing, but watch out for the wind, obviously.
But CBU 105 is wind corrected, so are we going to do seed? 8 missiles or something?
I figured keep it simple and just concentrate on this target, and then day 20 we can start getting back to seed, because we've got to kill these guys to save the campaign. So I suggest don't take seed, but
the convoy has radar guided AAA, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to set up as soon as we start attacking them. So it might be sensible to have Obi's Hornet carrying harms.
I was just going to
so as soon as they set up their radars, Obi can blow them up with harms.
I don't think you should do that. I think the Harriers should take sidearms.
A couple of sidearms on the Harriers, because that way they can retask after they've dropped their bombs or their missiles.
That makes sense.
It's one of the ways to put harms on the Hornet.
Yeah,
I'm going to take a mix. I'm going to take some 25 U's, a couple.
Roger. Yeah, I mean, it's no skin off the Harrier's nose to take a couple of sidearms. They're not going to lose any bomb slots, are they?
Yeah.
I'll take a
sidearm. AIM-9 slots.
Just take one AIM-9 and one sidearm.
I don't bother with AIM-9. You're not going to shoot Squiddle down with an AIM-9.
There's no point going AIM-9s if you just fucking run like hell.
You get to emerge.
I suggest the Frogfoots, we carry a couple of MP KH-25 MPUs, just in case we have some short range radar we can deal with as well.
Roger.
Stupid question. I know you don't want us to prioritize seed, but could there be value to suppressing that SA-11 just to give us a bit better survivability in that area?
The problem is, I would usually say yes, but the problem is we had a very, I don't know if anyone watched Attack View from day 16. We launched 16 AGM-88 into that SA-11, which was an identical copy of this. It was just a copy and paste, and we didn't take it out of action. So that would mean 4 Hornets would need to take enough missiles, and you still wouldn't put it out of action because you need to kill every unit in an SA-11.
Okay, that's fair enough. And the other thought I did, is there any point in the Tomcats maybe carrying some of their, what they call TORs or something? Towers. Could that cock them up a bit or not? No? Okay.
I wouldn't do it. I want the Phoenixes. Phoenixes are the only thing that are going to keep Reds off us today, to be honest. Bearing in mind we are in SA-10 range as well.
Also, another thing we'll have to keep in mind: putting Fox 3 down into potentially were friendly.
Yep. Can't do much about that.
Hang on. Could we sort the SA11? That SA6, that might be the more viable target. If they're moving up from Corbeletti, if we can knock out the SA6, that will allow the Harriers and a strike group to come in from the south and strike on that line there.
It's more likely. But it needs a good, because it's a coffee campaign, it'll be surrounded by TORs, SA-15s, which are going to shoot our missiles down. So it does need a good effort, not just, the odd sidearm. It will need a good effort to take the SA-6 down. So we'll need a couple of Hornets or something like that. And that will give you breathing space, but... Yeah.
Those SA-6s are protected by, if I'm not wrong, I remember they're protected by TORs. So
it'll probably be just easier to go in on map of the Earth and then hit Corbeletti as we launch a couple of sidearms after that.
Sidearms are garbage. Why we have 8 seed missiles on the Su-25Ts, right? Why not use them?
Of course, use those as well. But what I'm saying is don't commit too much to the SA-11 and too much to the SA-6, because then you just spread everything.
No, nothing to the SA-11. Just hit the 6, because that gives us a clear area to operate in. Well, clearish area to operate in.
Okay, what about an Su-25 takes a pair of KH-58s? That will, I'm pretty sure that will knock it out. A pair of KH-58s.
It doesn't have a 100% hit rate. I've seen them miss, fairly often. So
the only issue I have with that is that it means that you won't be carrying drop tanks, and I don't know how much.
If you're not full throttle all the time, you'll be fine for fuel.
What's your range?
Well, there's definitely enough range to get to the mission and do the it's only, yeah, it's more like the loiter time you have to unload all your ordnance.
Well, you're not going to get much loiter time because they're 40 bars away, their bases. How long does it take Shifty to spawn and cover 40 bars? 3 minutes?
Yeah, so I think don't bother with the 58s.
Okay.
They have more or less the same kind of like.
So who's taking the SA-6 then? Who's taking the SA-6 on then? We need a man.
I'll take it in. I'll take it.
Okay. You can see on your Phantasmagoria, you can tell which is the 6, can't you? Pretty easily. That's good.
Yeah, we can do it with the KH-25's MPs for the SA-6. I don't think it's an issue.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm going to take 258s and 225Us and Vickers.
So you thought?
The F-18 can't do anything else than harming, because if you say Mavericks are useless, what are the F-18s going to do? They've got nothing else.
Exactly. Yes, I don't really want any F-18s on. They're doing the JDAMing for the oil rigs. So
it's one JDAM per rig.
So one plane basically, and we don't need a Hornet for anything else. Everything else can be done by less expensive planes that we don't have to risk.
Did someone just say you only need one JDAM for each rig?
Yeah.
Put 2 in, just to be safe, guys. What just put 2 in to each one. There's no disadvantage to doing that, really. So just to be safe.
Then Obi can harm or take another plane.
So if Obi was going to be harming, what was he going to be harming?
Himself.
Clear the SA-6, clear the SA-11, whatever.
Okay, well that would be you killing that SA-6 then, Obi. Can you target that specifically, reliably?
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds good. And we can have you on backup, Elo, just in case it goes wrong.
Roger that.
Okay.
One can go after the TORs, maybe.
Copy that.
Okay, but I don't want to commit anything else to seed because we're going to start diluting our ability to kill the actual target at that point.
Yeah, our main target is the convoy, but the seed is back up.
Well, let's assume that SA-6 is going to go down then, guys. So you're going to prioritize, the close guys are going to, you've got a good 15 miles of up to down ability, mainly south, obviously, of the target at that point. So that's pretty good.
Just one question. It looks like there's three SA-6s there. There's 3 rings.
I did have a look at that. I'm pretty sure it just means there's multiple launchers.
Okay.
So that's one radar, thanks to the way it's SA-6.
Roger.
So you should be fine with that. Cool, guys. That sounds almost like a plan. Anything else we can think of? Right.
I'm probably going to have the Eagles more doing closer in on Cobbletti.
Yeah, we'll be saving their arse basically at the last minute. The F-14s will be doing the main work. Just watch out for friendly fire at F-14s on those Eagles, because we'll be closer in. Other than that, you know, it's all bread and butter, this type of mission now. We know what we're doing. Do we have a clause for cancel mission, just in case something goes seriously wrong? Is there a code word?
Omega.
Penis.
Okay, I'm going to go with whistlers.
Run away, run away.
Okay. Right, the server
Omega is left at the end, so...
Because I'm so beautifully proportioned, I mean set up. The mission is up already, guys. And I'm going to give you the password. It's a very strong password.
I tried that password.
Oh, hang on, guys. I haven't shown you. I haven't shown the viewers the teams yet. Right, welcome back. If you've not gone to sleep already, then you're crazy. We've got Strike 1, Onslaught, Frog, Talon, J Damming, the Oil Rigs, Obi, Harming, hopefully not himself, the SA6, Seethor doing some, probably most of the killing of the ground units. Seed Cypher helping him in the Jumpjet, Elo, Seed and Backup, Cass, Tomic, Cass, Chopsticks, oh, another Hawk, Cass. Saber is the first. Oh, Signoria's turned up. It can be the Signoria show.
I mean, I would have liked him to come in a Tomcat, but you know.
You guys can go in the same Tomcat if you want. We've got 3 Eagles.
No, he's in an F-15.
Alright, Raid, Saiyan, Cap, Signoria, we've got bucket loads of manpower. If we fuck this up somehow, we're shit. And long range Cap is Trash, Whistler Shadow, Tanky, and Joker. So it should be really good. Right, putting the password in now, guys.
Yeah, back. Putting in slot. And now I lost my reel. It's a special, yeah. He's cool, probably the internet cable.
Okay, Buick and Hammer, can we get you in the air, head towards the inactive blue fleet, please. We'll intercept you a couple of miles once you've airborne.
Okay. La-di-da. What's up, guys? Are we going?
Negative, I'm just sending the cast off. We'll take off in about 1 mic.
Hey, fam.
Bolt of lightning almost just pushed one of those fog cliffs down.
What did?
Bolt of lightning.
Oh, shit. Receive mode, right shift plus forward slash, right shift plus M.
It's a Knorre show.
30 seconds, fly over there, guys. Could be that receive mode. That's under communication folks.
Okay, boys, F-15s. Rage, take us out, please.
Roger. Flaps down, everybody. Flap. Brake set, screwing. I'm just going to do a full mill takeoff. Nice control. Brakes off in 3, 2, 1. Brakes. No. What's that?
Right, so we're going to be catch up to the CAS lead, and we're going to be left from them by about 10 to 20 miles to create a buffer.
Roger. I'll come slightly left on heading here. We go fingertip left. Fingertip left.
All units, cap is airborne.
Shadow Buick and Hammer and Buick is en route to the bunker. Coming off the power bit. Down to 90 RPM.
Nails 29, 12 o'clock on and off.
Rolling up. Couple nails. Music on. Nose left. Music on.
Are we going music on, guys?
Airframe.
Wilco?
You should be on the left side there. So fingertip.
Can't see 4.
He's switching over to the left now.
Yeah, got it.
Alright. 15 miles, got the CAS flight coming right. What's our cloud ceiling at? Looks about 8,000 feet.
6k.
6k. See how thick it is?
750.
Okay. Not bad. Cap, are you guys flying below or above the cloud cover? Above the cloud. Buick is just above the cloud cover. Roger. Hammer is currently below cloud cover. Alright guys, we'll ascend, reach the clouds, coming up, 5 degrees nose up. 480 at 4,000 knots. Rolling up. Through the clouds? Oh yeah, that's only like 500 feet of clouds there. That's nice. Visual 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock. With the cat. Visual, huh? Go out? Yeah, visual. Visual. Right, we'll come level at Angels 10 and we'll maintain a heading of 200. Is that alright, Cap?
Roger.
We're coming right for 200, leveling up. I really gotta clean my screen. Cast planes look just like the specks of dirt on my screen.
Yeah, same here.
29 there, it's 9 o'clock.
Tally.
Need spike flanker. Faded. Times 229 nails. Yeah, copies.
They're gonna come in from the side, aren't they?
Yeah. Haven't seen me 29 nails. 2 times with 29 nails.
Signori, do me a favour. Do a left 90 degrees, scan, and then rejoin formation.
Alright, Cap, breaking off left, we'll do. Alright, Seniori's 100, scanning. Scanning low. Miles out from waypoint 1.
Overlord, Dodge, 1-2, request bogey dope. Dodge 1-2.
Looks like they were sitting about 120.
450.
Somewhere near 111 for 50. 111 for 50 at 3500 hop.
Roger, come back. That's all I needed to know. Cap 1 flare up, righty.
Visual.
Rage, how long until the gas plant, which is waypoint 1?
So let's check in. Seniori Spike 29, 8 o'clock. Looks like about 25 miles.
Roger, let's keep going.
Dodge 1-2, Overlord, Bra 101, 490 at 38,000.
Looks like the 29s there have either breached our SAMnet or they're somewhere in the mountains.
Must be mountains. I don't know what they're trying to gain by it.
Seems like they didn't look at our sheet.
F-14's Eagles, F-14's Eagles. Data link, do you see those flankers? And if they do, tell me where they are.
Dodge 1-4, Overlord, pop-up group 096, 460 at 5.
Spike 29. You guys getting the AWACS call?
Where is it?
Got a spike.
Where is it, guys? What's the AWACS?
On our 9 o'clock. For 50 at 500 feet.
There's still 50 then, there's still 50 guys.
Camera flight to cat flight device Talon has gone off and is going after the Oryx.
Dodge 1-2.
Roger.
Cat flight Talon, I have both mid-29s on my nose, heading 090 from my position.
3-4, turn left, go with him.
Towards target Bravo.
3-4, turn left and go with him.
Copy, Cap. I'm going with Talon. I just merged with him now, so I'll join.
Oh, yeah, just keep him safe.
So you can turn off to the left, you'll see him. So you can turn off to the left there, you'll see Senior just above the cloud cover. Yeah, join up with looking. So me and Talon at Angels 10.
Down with it, man.
On your 7. 29 nails, Seniori through 2 o'clock. I'm looking, I don't see him. Look, about Angels 11. Continue route still. We're heading 090 second, Angels 11.
Lead distance to
Roger. We are 25 miles.
Still?
No, sorry. Got to go wrong guy. 14 miles.
Okay.
I have a radar contact, 70 miles, Angels 14, he's jamming. I'm gonna come left slightly, Cap. He looks to be about 111. We've got some guy there, Buick Flight 2, seed operations, time on target. Do you see those guys, Cap, 11 o'clock, just low above the cloud cover?
Yeah, I got him. Who's that, the 14s?
Looks like it. Talon is going so fast. Yeah, I've got 2 contacts out. We might as well set up a barrier here, Cap, shall we?
Yep, let's turn.
Turn in at 90 degrees. Looks like Talon is just pickled.
Brilliant.
Just 1 bomb so far. Signori radar contact 111 for 80.
Cap looking. Got an Angels on that.
093 for 70. Angels 29. Angels 30.
Right, so they're up high and jamming.
This guy's not jamming, Cap.
Okay, just watch out for that SA11.
Cap, brother.
Roger.
It's definitely a 29 though, because I got the nails.
Roger.
I've also got the 29 nails on my 2 o'clock. F-14s be advised on your 12 o'clock. There are 29 nails flying at Angels 30.
Dodge. Request bogey dope.
Senor just got 125 for 40.
Dodge 1-2, Overlord, Bra, 127, 435.
Senori's locking 34 miles, 126 for 30.
Overlord, Dodge.
Left and grounded.
Request bogey dope. Dodge 1-2, Overlord, Bra.
123 for 30 from Senori at 500 feet. Oh shit. I'm looking for him. Come up with that. Got him. On the deck. No, but we're high. Alright, he's beaming. It's about 60 miles. SA-11. Senori, SA-11 spike, turning around.
Dodge 1-4, Dodge 1-2, Overlord,
113 spike, 27.
500.
SA-11's firing on me.
Get out, we've got you covered.
I am cold.
Cap's falling out of phase for chainsaw.
Roger. Looks like we got 2 more J-dams out from town. Looks like we've lost this guy.
Cap's got him, he's gone lower, he's lower. I've had to put my antenna down.
Roger, Angels, yay. They're right on the deck, so you'll have to put your antenna straight to the floor. Signori's turning back around. Got 14 in comms to our right, lost him again. Signori and Sagan to the north, turning back in hot towards the east. What's it looking like for you guys?
Clean.
29 nails, 100090. You said Angels 30 still cap. 75 miles.
2 JDM Strikers Winchester returning to base.
Well done.
Well done. Awesome.
Well, this guy's in a notch, Cap.
Agreed.
Right, I'm going to take my altitude down momentarily, see if I can get below him, get under this notch.
.086 for 60 miles at 30k from Signori. Hot.
Number 4 times Magnum on SA6 RTB.
SA11 Spike, turning back around.
Cap is at the coast. Cap and Rager on the coast. Not too far in, Rage.
Confirm. Got him. Angel Lake. 20 miles.
How far is it on you guys?
35 miles. 35 miles.
Cap's got my guy as well. Gonna fire.
SA11's firing on me and Sagan up here. We're turning.
Range 29 miles. SA6. Right, Fox 3, turning cold.
Both hostiles appear to have turned cold.
Do you want us to come south with you guys or stay up here? It looks like we have a good barrier here.
Cap's turning cold.
Confirm.
Up to you.
Okay, well just check F10 and check out what we got going on here. It doesn't look too bad.
I'm hitting the deck, just getting away from this missile.
Same.
Dodge 1-4, Overlord, pop-up group 093 425.
118 for 44,000, Sagan, from me. We'll keep pulling them out if we can. Roger.
132 430 at 8,000.
That's a scratch.
No side SA6 has been neutralized. Alright, I'm hanging with Sagan, or just do what you're gonna do. Left turn, left turn. Our guys are pushing in, so we're gonna have to cover them.
Do it.
Roger.
You've got that close nails, Rage, that guy on our rear left.
Roger, I'm coming back up.
Are you?
Yeah, Signori has the nails, definitely 130 from our position.
Yeah, you've got a close one. You've got a close one.
That's gotta be closer to you guys.
Roger.
Cause it's 40 miles to my south, you guys are to my south.
Roger.
I've got him 40 miles.
Okay, keep him locked.
He is heading 125.
Is he on the deck?
099.
Angels, looks like he's just in the mountains.
Roger. Well done, well done.
I had one on the deck, 099 from Signori, so keep an eye out for that.
Cap turning hot and south.
Overlord, Dodge 094, request bogey dope.
111 for 35, 2,000 feet.
Bra 112
Yeah, he's in the notch, Angel 7.
Yeah,
35 miles.
Yep.
What bearing have you
30
got?
miles.
What bearing, Rage?
130.
Yeah, Roger. Good. Yeah, I've got it.
It's like 120.
Just picked him up, 28 miles.
29 nails.
We're on the right guy, Signal is on the left guy.
Yeah, I just lost him. I'm trying to pick him up again.
Cap 25 miles.
Sagan, scan low.
20 miles. Looks like he's going for somebody on the right side there.
Yeah, he is. Cap locked and ingressing.
I've almost got my firing solution.
Sagan, can you check that nail to our 10 o'clock? Just check it out.
Fox 3, turning cold.
Jimmy traffic, talent initials.
Cap, I have tally on him, and you.
Roger, I'm just above the cloud cover.
Steering is locked, 20 miles, 125 for 20, 3,000 feet. Damn it, I just lost him. He's fucking cool.
27 Seed, can you do anything about that at all?
Working on it. Hello, Magnum.
Cap Fox 3.
Come back in.
Cap Fox 3. Cap Cold, Cap Cold.
Right below us, SA-11, SA-11 spot. Scenario has one. Hot, 16 miles, 122 for 16. 112 for 16.
Just be aware, I've got a contact on SA that appears to be just over Cobleti. Hostile contact.
Seniori Fox 3, Fox 3.
I've got him Angels 2, he's turning in hot. 15 miles.
Seniori Fox 3 again.
Cap Cold.
102, Overlord, Bra, 167, 424, at 2,500 knots.
Any luck? Sagan, you seeing anything down there?
11 miles.
Check our... Check our right. I'm looking right.
Overlord.
Are you still hot, Rage?
No, turn cold.
Cap turning hot to cover.
Seniori's turning cold. We're back out cold right now.
At 500 knots.
He's down about Angels 2, Cap.
Roger, on it.
I put 2 missiles on a guy at about 10 miles. He turned around.
What was his aspect, Rage?
He was hot and he looked like he was turning around to our left.
Roger.
Seniori just got 1067 for 12 miles at 1500.
Careful, be careful, man. He's gonna shoot you.
Yeah, I know. He's cold right now, guys.
I've got our guy. Attacking 17 miles. He's coming in, attacking the gas.
Is he cold?
I've got him 15 miles. He's in the southern end. He's hot, preparing to fire Cap. Deck. From me, 140, preparing to fire.
Seniori has one to the north.
There's one guy 10 miles away from the castle, heading 090. Got nailed.
Take that motherfucker.
Seniori has one 8 miles, but he's cold. I'm engaging. He's turning.
Yeah, I can confirm that. Got about 16 miles away from me.
Cap Fox 3.
Target area.
Seniori 6 miles on a cold target.
Cap 6 miles.
He's pulling me in east.
I see you there, Cap. I see it.
Back me up.
Roger, I'm in behind you.
Splash.
Need one of you guys. Say hello, back.
He's down. I'm getting out of here.
Left engine.
Cap's hit by something. NSA 13.
Right engine fire. Left
Turn it out.
engine fire. Right engine.
Cap's out. Good luck, boys.
Left engine fire.
Looks like he's
Seniori splash one. Splash one. I'm egressing. Sagan 270 egress. Is Cap down?
Hello, Magnum. April. SA-13.
Copy. Me and Sagan are 280 right now. Just
We're just about 3,000 pounds of fuel. Fuel check those.
Hello, Magnum. Turning call. Field check, Signori, 8,000. 8,000.
Hammerflat to Buick flight. We're having trouble finding.
I'm an RTD. Refueling the arm. I'll be back.
Might have to use a T-spot to get some better.
Alright.
US.
Stay relaxed. Keep off the gates. Yeah, Hopefully Wilson. Me and Sagan will maintain cap over our friendlies here. Roger. Oh, 29 nails. Looks like 090. Roger, is about 2 o'clock here. Looks about 060 to 070. Yeah, A-firm, that's correct. I've got it. Lot 058 for 51 miles, 27,000. Spike SA-11. Whistle out, SA-11. Yeah. Is that for you then? I believe so. Just hit the deck.
Tower over initials, 1-2.
Hey Rage, Signori has one hot, 30 miles. 050. Alright. We're about 4,000 pounds of fuel now. So it appears to be a two-ship. Signori, you're pushing in too deep. You're gonna get IR sammed. Hey, firm, thanks. I'm turning around. Watch out, Sagan, as well, for pushing in deep. We'll just maintain our cap over our friendlies and let them come to us, I guess. Sagan, it seems like you're on a different radio frequency. Make sure you're communicating on 123. Got it? Alright, excellent. There we are. Hello, wind hot on the convoy. 29 miles to my 5 o'clock. 4 o'clock. I just got a call 058 for 35 at 1500. Say, rifle. That'd be northeast, yeah, we don't want to get pulled in. Seems like they're coming up past the mountains near the beach. South Signori, there are some They're on the beach. Signori's being fired on by SA-11. Turning call. I just got 103 for 29 at 9,000.
Looks like one friendly splashed at Kobaletti.
We lost a friendly jet.
Targets. Yeah, from ground targets by the looks of it.
Okay. Shake.
Tanky's firing a Mark 60 at the moment. So yeah, it looks like they're just south of Sanaki on their way to Kobaletti.
049 for 24.
Rabbit.
Shit, I just got...
You know the mountain hills just north of Kobaletti? That's where they are.
No. Hang on a second. I just have one within... yeah, he's locked. That's a friendly? Sonori, I'm gonna chain with you. I'm getting some weird content.
Sagan on your 9 o'clock. Sagan is on your 9 o'clock.
What was that 108 target I just had? It was like it was like 20... There he is. 17 miles.
Watch for the sounds.
Yeah, he's mostly south.
Just idle and flare every now and again, alright?
Alright, yeah, I'm getting a little concerned. They're kind of surrounding us. Sagan?
All units cap. Break. All units cap. 100% of convoy is destroyed. RTB now.
Alright, copy.
Heading.
Get out of there. All the cap, get out of there. We'll... Senior's turning around. I'm worried about Sam.
Perfect. Sagan, just keep an eye out the RWR to the right. If you guys egress to waypoint 1 and then north. If the cast can egress to waypoint 1 and then head north. Safest option. Roger that, Buick heading to waypoint 1.
Senior just got 152 for 12 miles, guys. Fuck, 024 for 10 miles.
Have a flight shuttle egress to waypoint 1 as well. Yeah, he's directly over Kobaletti, Signore.
Who is the Hawk?
Yep, seems like it. Sagan,
altitude
090.
Altitude.
I don't know, I can't see him. Sagan, turn 090.
Roger, 090. Fuck me, I can't see shit out here. Thought we were RTB.
Yeah, you've got 5 on your 6. It's taken out Elo. Jersey, you Fox. Signore?
Fox 3, Hawk.
Looks like you splashed him.
Splash.
Splash.
Signore's getting out.
Signore, turn 270.
Turning 270.
Sagan, 270.
Roger. All friendly units, RTB to your first waypoint, and RTB back. This is like the scariest AWACS calls I've ever gotten. They're all within like 10 fucking miles and shit. Good job, Sagan. We're leading up the rear, so as long as we can get our guys to land, we've won. If we can just vector them maybe straight back at this point, they get there full speed. 3,000. Oh, wait, what's my fuel status at? 5,000? No, 3,900.
Keep an eye on your RWR as well, guys. Looks like one might be taking off again.
Yep, they are. That's why we've got to keep them cloud. Same here.
Squid traffic, 1 times F15, so flight coming in for break, runway 12.
Should we have all our units just go straight back to base?
Don't need to continue out to the west just to get out of the SA-11's range.
Affirm.
We'll be calling Sane and Signori. Judging by my FA page, you have got a hostile contact very close behind you guys.
Affirm, we'll check it out. AWACS just called something 60 miles away, but nothing too close. Yeah, I just got a merge call. Just got a merge.
Judging by the FA, he's on the track and he's heading for the tail end of the CAS flight.
Fox 2, man.
Senior's got it.
Splash. Signori only has 1 missile left.
The hostiles showing are just coming out of Cathazy.
Reach out. Signori's only got 1 missile left and I'm running low on fuel. I'm gonna have to RTB. Hopefully our guys are heading home soon.
I suggest everyone just hit straight back to Sukumi and don't worry about Big 1 now.
Just stay away. Just get out of the range of the SA-11. As soon as you're out of the range of it, head straight back.
Yep, we're starting finals, runway 12, Sukumi, gears down.
Thanks for that call about the hostile CAS flight.
Canned it.
Next finals, runway 12, Sukumi.
Signori, thought we were heading else. I am, but I'm trying to cover our guys. I got an AWACS call and I'm just staying along the coast. Back to you. You stay with the flight. Stay with the flight. It's fine. We'll have 2 lines of defense. Roger. I'm turning north now, so. And I have 29 nails. Affirm. Got a 29 nails on my right. 3 o'clock. He's 058 for 35 right now. God, our guys are slow. I'm gonna have to engage this guy. I'm probably gonna have to engage this last bandit, guys. Unless you somehow get afterburners. Is this a new way shot?
Whistler Joker, have you got ammo?
Yes, many Phoenixes.
Can you divert and head east and help Signori out? We're about to get jumped.
Signori has like 2,000 pounds of fuel and 1 AMRAM, and I'm keeping an eye on the guy who's closing in on us on the south. What? Signori, get out of there. Getting out. Hey, firm, we're turning in that direction. 055 for 27 at 500 from my position now, so that's from the east. Closing on the CAS guys.
Sashimi ground, Talon taxiing runway 12 for takeoff.
Be careful, Sagan. Remember to scan low and don't get too sucked. Got him locked. 29 miles out. Excellent. Since he's on the deck, you're gonna have to get within like 6 or 7 miles with that shot. Because he's on the deck.
Remember an idle and flare?
Yeah, if he shoots a Fox 2, of course. I don't know where to see it, so you'll have to do it preemptively. Right, just be ready, yeah. If you're within that range to him, just, be flaring and I don't...
Kurumi ground, Cypher departing from the pad vertical.
Sagan's foxing. This looks promising. Oh, this looks very promising.
Only flaring.
What range did you fire those at? I don't think you splashed them. 610. Looks like two missiles missed. Yeah, that's too far. You're locking me right now, Sagan? Somebody's locking.
He's down, he's down.
Good shot, excellent. Alright, well, 4 missiles on him. Cool. RTB.
Okay, Sagan. I'm the only one. I think I was the only one.
Yeah, Senor killed all their other spawns, so... We appear to be clear. Roger, 3,500 pounds, head home. That's me. There's also him. So go echelon right. They're all going up. Oh wait, nope, the one is stayed down. It looks. Trash myself, 20 range. What's your fuel state? 1,400. We can do it. We just gotta do it soon. I'm at 25.
Trash insurance. Security traffic, 2 times AV8, finals, 1.
I'm gonna grab the area.
Talent standing
I landed a bit hard on my first landing though.
Trash, turning finals, turning right away, turning right away.
It looked like it landed hard. These gears, they can't take very much. It's gonna be 2 times Tomcats in formation landing. Wind towards south.
It's going to traffic 2 ship hogs on top of the final one. Stop.
That explains why, to be honest, that was like, that was just wasting fuel though. That's hilarious.
AVIBs, be careful of crosswind.
Five's starting to come right. Coming right now.
Turning final, slotting in behind the walks.
AV8 scoring around, turning down. AV8 suggesting for vertical landing on power.
Fuck, go left turn. Alright, there we go.
Traffic 2 ship hogs, final 1-2.
Coming up to speed a little bit. Coming at you. I just went under you. I see. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna have to put some more shit out in a second. Hold it up. Back on my leg it is. We are long finals. Probably just put the gear down now. Release the keys down, flaps down. Gears coming down. Flaps down. Flaps down. There we go. Now we can. It's easier to fly formation.
Whistler and Joker, 2 times Tomcats, turning final. Talent short final.
Going left slightly.
Trash, shutting close number 3 down to Tomcats.
Going to call that final. Times 3:15 long finals. I'm gonna slide in behind you guys. My fuel is 1,000.
Give me 2 times Tomcats on final, Whistler and Joker.
Formation looks good, right?
Number 3, get out of footstop.
AOA looks pretty good. So we actually may need a little more. Oh no, we're okay. We're a little low, but it's okay. We just stay level. Yeah. Sorry, I'm kind of overshooting.
Down, running long, keeping right.
Town is right up
Run when it taps into the end.
Okay, firm. My touchdown speed's probably going to be pretty slow because I'm light. Put my brake up to try to increase my landing speed. You with me?
Setting the ground, Talon taxiing 2 parking via Charlie.
Whistler, taxiing clear of runway.
Talon is clear of the active.
Oh, she's wobbly.
Trash run indicated.
Is it the last man? Can someone check?
F-15 landing's a little bit off.
There are no more airborne.
Yeah, it's quite a high crosswind, guys. Get together quick on the apron.
This is just a fucking pile of planes.
All units cap, well done. Believe that was mission complete, so I owe you a Coke. So, to celebrate, I see Joker's already got. To celebrate on full power, it's going to be full throttle, full trim and eject. 1, 2, 3! Ooh! Ouch! Bernie!
I did the JDAM strike. I got two bombs off on one of the oil rigs, 1 bomb off on the other one. I had to drop the other bomb to avoid some sounds. I haven't completed a battle damage assessment, so I don't know whether we were successful or not.
Roger.
Please leave the server for the usual playback delay.
Me and Elo were flying cast into the convoy. Elo diverted and took out the SA-6 sites near Batumi. Then we went in to engage whatever remaining forces that Buick took out.
Roger.
I believe OB managed to take out the...
Yeah, I got the SA-6. I think Elo went for the tours, I think.
Oh, right. Yeah, the tours.
Roger. Good job. Buick, go.
Mission to plan. Waited until the Sea Strike had taken care of the SA-6, moved in, and then we hit the convoy. No real casualties. I had a whole task disconnect, so I lost complete control of the plane, but no actual casualties from the flight effective.
Nice. The Hammer, did you have any casualties?
Yeah, Elo got sneaked up and shot down by Shifty.
Cheeky Reds, aren't they? Roger. Okay, well done, guys. That was really good. It was really hard visual conditions as well, so it's not easy. I mean, I was watching. I obviously got killed because I'm a noob, and some lovely cluster bombing. I don't know if it's by luck or by design or whatever, you managed to get all 30 vehicles in this tiny little area, and cluster bombs, as you'll see in the movie, would just rain down one after the other, and hundreds of submunitions going off. It's nothing could survive that. Really nice when it goes like that.
I think that was Chopstick.
Yeah, I was not happy about A10s coming along, but they did. We couldn't have done it without them in the end. So very nice. Shows how wrong I am. Can we have Sabre? I guess I'll do it. So we were 4 F-15s? Question mark. We did a pretty good job off the coast, race tracking in and out of the coast. I don't know what killed me. Does anyone know? I just died in the clouds, and that was the end of that.
I think you got shot by Sam.
Got
a Sam.
I didn't. I must have accidentally gone south and gone over the SA6 site. That's all I can think of.
No, it was an IR, Sam.
Raj. What was it then? What unit was it?
Australia.
SA-13.
I didn't know there was any around there, and I made a fucking mission. So, bloody coffee campaign.
We pretty much kept that enemy cap at bay.
They did really well. They
for
would
the duration of the mission.
I got one of them. He was almost at the CAS. He must have been almost firing. I just launched my missile, but obviously I went down at the same time as him. So that was really good. So I'm happy with the Eagles. Did a really good job. F-14s. I never really saw you guys. What did you guys get up to?
Well, we had sort of a quiet day. I think we maybe fired 1 or 2 or maybe 3 shots in anger, but because they were hugging the deck so well, we were losing locks. So we were basically just doing a mild job of suppressing any kind of attack runs by them. More or less, we did well. No losses. Just followed our waypoints and raced.
Well done. Okay, that's why it's so essential to have medium-range fighters in with Tomcats. Because Tomcats are useless against anything other than a really conveniently flying, high-flying AI. So, really good. Reds, what did you guys get up to?
We had one really big problem, which was that we had no EWR or functioning AWACS.
Why?
So we were blind. It wasn't hooked up, I guess, and we couldn't call it on comms, so we were blind pull mission.
That's a shame. Roger. Fair enough. Okay. That's typical my mission, really, isn't it?
Also, I don't know what's going on with the SA-15s and stuff. They were firing at like half range. So you were inside the sand bubble, and they weren't shooting until you guys were
What's their range?
I'm not totally sure. I'm just looking at the time.
What were you looking at? The detection range, not the engagement.
I might be wrong.
Yeah, because there's a detection range, and then there's an engagement range. You might be looking at the detection.
That might be fine.
Yeah.
But the EWR was a big problem because we didn't have data link.
Totally.
Okay, fair play.
And it was a little. I mean, other than that, though, we would be approaching to intercept you guys, and you all had jammers on.
Yep.
So it was like a wall of like lines on our radar screen. So we couldn't get
That was
any
our
information.
goal.
Roger. I mean,
The F-15 jammer is dope.
they kept us really busy. We couldn't have handled any more, could we? They kept us really busy. We were never.
Yeah, absolutely.
Never short of things to do. We're always chasing one of you. So yeah, so that's cool.
It was tough because we couldn't tell who, because we couldn't rely on radar, right? So, but we couldn't tell when it was truly like a honest radar missile that's there to either kill me or if it's actually just trying to, send me away.
So you got to
because of the jamming.
What was? No, because of the jamming with no data link, so I had no idea where you were.
Yeah.
All I got was a radar, a missile warning at some random point. That's all I could get.
All right, fair enough, boys. Well, it was a genuine error, so I don't know why it happened, but it happened. But it happens on both sides, so suck it up, I guess. A good fight anyway, and I'm kind of glad in a way because we had to get the mission done, otherwise we would have lost Cubby Letty and been fucked. So I'm glad it all went. Any final thoughts before I sign off?
I think the plan worked really well. I think it was quite effective coordination between all the flights this time, and we did what we needed to do very effectively.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and the SA page on the Hornet is awesome when you're sat on the ground for keeping an eye on what's going on.
Roger. Yeah.
You ready for tomorrow, right, Cap?
You were calling us out, weren't you? Yeah, I am JD. You were calling us out, weren't you? Like on the ground, you were calling the hostiles out on.
Hey, yeah, we caught someone trying to sneak up on the last of the CAS flights on it.
Yeah, so that was like
They did really good. The CAS flight, even told me and Sagan, I think there's a guy trailing you, and then like 2 seconds later, AWACS says merged, and I just did a fucking split S, and then Joker was right below the cloud base, and luckily, just basically fired on his back. You could kind of tell they didn't have the SA.
It's nice to be told you
That
merged.
you should have been had.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying if you had been told that, you probably wouldn't have just kept flying straight, Squirtle. But you weren't told that, so you just kept flying straight, and so I understand. Yeah, you know, one side has the AWACS, the other side doesn't. That's a lot more SA.
TechView posted in members media.
All right, thank you. What's up?
Cap, AirTech has a Sato match this Saturday. If you want to watch it,
it's at 6 p.m. UK time. Yeah.
Affirm.
Yeah, I've managed to get extra time from the missus, so we can watch it.
Cool.
So that's all good. All right, well done, everyone. I'll don't think I need anything from you, but I'll let you know if I do, and I'll see you. Oh, it's Alice's birthday tomorrow, so I'm off all day tomorrow. I'm back on Friday, and we shall resume operations. Right, I'll catch you later.
Bye.
Bye.